Shut up and sit down.
There you go, folks. There you go. Can I put it away now?
You're allowed to put it away now, officially.
Yeah, or shall I wait until I've done a bit of the intro? Because
yeah, you should. I think you should do your intro first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just get carried away.
Hello, folks. Welcome, welcome to. It took me a while to realise it was Friday. The Friday Frolic with me, Festa. Hello, folks, and him. The Guru, yes,
Hello.
yes. Guru Fox, as it says on his banner now. Saying,
you've updated it. Oh, yes.
Cool. You didn't even notice the Wednesday one on E-Models. Went all that effort, and he didn't even notice it, folks.
I don't look at the screen, do I? So.
Oh, stop making excuses, you tart. Welcome anyway. But if you'd like to help me out and keep this channel alive and the content coming, folks, you can do so by supporting this channel over at patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or click the join button below this or any of the other videos, or you can do the $sign and leave a super chat. It's all going into a big pot. Helps pay for this, but also it helps pay for the 3D printer fund, folks. Yes, so give that a bit of consideration. And I'm immensely grateful, and you know, I could come and hug you all individually, but some would probably pay me not to do that.
Yeah.
First in the chat tonight was Bill over at LWM Modelling saying first. Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
I then typed in second. You can see where this is going, can't you? News third, and PJ is fourth and fifth and sixth. And yeah, welcome. Hello, PJ. Hope you're doing all right, geez, and yeah, good to see you back, mate. Bobbin says 42. Good man.
42.
Bill says tonight's show is brought to you by the number 6 and the letter P. There you go, folks. I'll have a P. I'll have a P, please, Bob.
Hey, please, Bob.
Jeff is in, says, hi, Cole, Fox, and everyone in the chat. Hello, Jeff, how you doing, mate? And love to you and Maggie, mate. And PJ also says, evening, Maggie and Jeff. Like, guess what I didn't do today? I didn't pimp this show, did I? But I have got an excuse. I have spent 90% of my day shoehorned in a big machine, so, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you are Robocop, basically.
Yeah, so apologies for not pimping it and all of that lot, but our regulars know we're here anyway. So anyway, how's my mum doing? I suppose I better ask how you are.
Oh, you don't care about me. Don't even pretend.
How's mum?
Mama Wolf is fine, thank you very much. She's just been usual sit watching the telly today.
Oh,
she's got a hospital appointment on Monday, so she's trying to pretend that's not happening, but it is. She can't forget it because I won't let her forget.
Is she trying to wheedle her way out of it?
She might. I pretty much when I try and get her up on Monday morning, she might be doing the old. Oh, I don't feel too well today.
Oh, really? Yeah,
she's done that a couple of times.
Yeah, does she the night before go to bed going, I think I might be coming down with something, love?
Oh, yeah. She's tried it one.
Yeah, that's what mine does.
Yeah, the first time she did, I don't feel too well today. Oh, I'm not very well. And then like an hour later, I said, right, I'll cancel the appointment.
Yeah.
Can I have a cup of tea and a bun?
Yeah, my bean does that as well. So, yeah. Yep. So don't forget, folks, as well, what's in the belly, what's on the bench, what's your beverage of choice, balloon, baboon, and all of that lot. So, yeah. The list is ever growing.
Yes. How are you, and how's my mum, and how's my Auntie Winnie?
All fine and dandy-o. Mum is fine. Auntie Winnie is fine and dandy-o. Good. So, yeah, all is calm at the moment, which...
Scary.
Is a bit, if I'm honest, yeah. Because you're sitting there thinking, right...
Why is everything calm?
Why is everything calm? And what is going to happen? Because you just know something is going to happen.
Yeah, you'd rather the natives be restless than quiet.
Exactly, mate. So, yeah. So what are you up to tonight anyway, my dear?
Oh, I am cracking on with my Orc Mega Track.
Oh, nice.
Just picking out bits and bobs. I've not decided what I'm doing with the tracks just yet, but I've got things. I've got all the ammo to paint and the horns and the teeth and things and all the bits and details and stuff. So I'm just fettling with this at the minute.
Happy days.
Yeah, what about you, my friend? Oh, I know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, I'll carry it on with my big old tank of tanky, this thing. Just doing a bit more on that. A few extra parts. I want to add me extra wheel arches and just go through the box and see what other bits need to be added to it. Yeah, so that's it, really. Just a nice, pleasant little evening. Nothing too strenuous for me because, yeah, I'm cream crackered, mate, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised you are.
So, yeah, so I'm just having a bit of a lazy evening today.
I says to him today, I says, have yourself an easy night tonight. Just sit and push things around on the desk in TED mode. Just go to TED and just move things around on the bench.
But no, all's good. It's nothing bad. It's just my routine service, but it takes it out of you, doesn't it?
It does. Colour of the day is gold, says Bill.
Oh,
gold.
There you go. Like a bit of gold. Yeah.
Yep.
I very nearly burst into song there, and I won't. Oh, yeah, that won't happen.
Yeah, it wouldn't be wise.
No.
It would be a bad move.
Absolutely, mate.
Now, it's in my head as well, thank you. I nearly blurted it out.
That's one of them earworms. Once it gets in there, it's in there, isn't it?
Yeah. What was in my head? It's still in my head. Is the music from Whizbit is in my head.
Yeah.
Paul Daniels, but that's still in my head. It has been for a couple of days. It's like, really?
For some reason, the other day, right, I woke up and in my head was, I drove my tractor around an E-stack last night. I've got a brand new combine harvester by the bloody Wurzels. And I couldn't get it out of my head all day long, mate.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was in there. Don't know why. Hadn't seen it on the telly. There hadn't been anything Wurzelish, you know. But, yeah. PJ says evening and fire, much better place, thanks. Oh, good. Good, mate. Good to see it. Good to hear you're in a better place, mate, because, you know, I was getting a bit concerned, mate, in a manly kind of way, of course.
Yeah, belt buckles and meter apart.
Because I like me mates to be okay, you know what I mean? So.
Yes.
Right.
Am I even on camera? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're always, when you're not on camera.
Oh, well, that's true.
The only bloke I know does jazz hands going to the lab.
Hey, that's personal, that is.
Yeah, you need to take that camera out then, mate, because it's streaming on the internet.
You go to the lab after jazz hands. You should know that by now. You're old enough. We're going to have that sit-down talk with you again.
Yeah. Show me on the dolly festa. Yeah. That goes under there. It's in my head again. I can hear it. Oh, you got that tractor. Oh, God, bloody tune.
It's your fault. I've also got Una Paloma Blanca in my flipping head. You git.
Well, the other day before I had Wurzels, the day before I had Amarillo.
What, the PTK version or the original?
No, the original. Tony Christie, was it? Or what? Is it Tony Christie?
I think it was Tony Christie.
And it was just there. And I'm like, why? Why is it there?
Why must I suffer like this?
And I'm like, but I found myself sitting there going, this is the way. It's Amarillo. And I'm like, damn, I need to get out a lot more.
Well, me and Festa were hanging out last night on Xbox and he was playing his hunty game and he was in Spain. And of course that set me off singing Uma Paloma Blanca. And then I did it to myself, so it's stuck in my head now.
Yeah, I'm currently running around the hills of Spain. The hills are... No, see, why am I doing this? Right.
Well, how you got into that one? Wow.
Nor do I, mate. They are in a strange zone at the moment. It's, yeah. Right. We want... Where's it gone? Where's it gone?
Festa had me laughing before we went live because, you know, like I tell him off because he sits there and he fettles with the build before we're even live. And he's there just standing and fettling. And he actually said that tonight, he said, I'm sitting here fettling, I need to stop. So he put all his stuff, he moved all the bits of the model like over there and he picked up his little fettling cube and he started fettling with it. And I looked away and within 10 seconds he'd put the fettling cube down and had a thing in his hand. I'm like, you're fettling again? Oh, sorry. And he picked up his cube again. The next thing I know, he's sanding something and his cube's disappeared. I said, what have you done with it? He went, I'll put it away.
Yeah, I put it away and was fettling, wouldn't I?
Yeah, without even thinking, he literally just put the fettling cube away and got back to He can't even help himself. It's quite funny.
I need to get out more, don't I, mate?
Yeah. He's like, I can't believe I just put the cube away. Literally got it out to stop myself fettling and then put it away again.
I know. I've told you, mate, I am useless, mate. I do all the things that people,
Well, you're not useless. You're a master at fettling.
But, yeah, I don't like fettle. You might have noticed.
You're a fettle master.
Right, let's evaluate that. Just need a bit more on the edge there. That's going about there. So we want that there. That was only a fraction now. Oh, it looked bronzed.
I made Mama Wolf very sad the other day.
Oh, right, yeah.
I told her that she's only about 4 or 5 years older than Jean-Michel Jarre.
Oh.
And Jean-Michel Jarre looks about 50.
Oh, poor mum.
She's like, oh no. I said, yeah, he's like 76 or something.
Yeah.
Because she saw a picture and it's like, no, he's like about 50. I said, no, he's about 76. She went, oh no.
Yeah, he's getting on, isn't he? You don't realise how some of your favourite artists are aging, do we?
No, but he literally looks like he's in his 50s. It's like, when I get to that age, if I do, I hope I look that good.
I can assure you now you won't.
No, see, I'm not French to start anyway, for a start.
Yeah,
so.
you're not exotic enough, mate. See, they're all suave, windswept and very interested. We're not.
Yeah, I don't inhale 50 gitane a day, so...
Yeah, that is his one thing, isn't it? He was... Is he still a heavy smoker?
Don't know, but if you look at the some of the photos on the Magnetic Fields album cover,
yeah,
an ashtray on top of one of the keyboards, it's like,
yeah,
China concerts.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who the musician was who used to always have a cigarette wedged in the side of their fretboard on their guitar. Might have been Keith Richards from the Stones, but
it's gonna be somebody like Keith Richards, isn't it? They do every drug and thing possible going, and they live to like 80.
That guy's DNA needs to be frozen, mate. Someone's got to analyse him and Ozzy Osbourne's DNA because
Ozzy Osbourne for sure.
There is something in there where these guys can take whatever they want and they thrive, don't they? It's like unbelievable, isn't it?
Somehow they survived the 70s. Worst excesses without any harm. Like, that's just not natural.
Fair play to them at the end of the day, don't get me wrong.
Gotcha.
When you think how they burnt the candle at both ends, should we say, it is amazing that they're still walking around.
They learned that a trick to burning the candle at both ends is to have a 3-ended candle.
Yeah, I mean, Ozzy, bless him, I think, is it Parkinson's Ozzy's got?
Oh, I don't know. He's probably got everything going.
But you think, well, I've not been funny. He's getting on in years, and I've gone through all of that and only come out at this age with, right, it's not a nice illness, don't get me wrong, none of them are, but it could have been a lot worse for him, couldn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
We want to make that wheel arch.
To have gone through all, it's like, if I live that lifestyle, I'd be dead at 40.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I mean, I've only got to take too many of me beta blockers and I'm the lost coals, mate. As you know, when I took the wrong meds that day. It's like, I might have taken them ones and I was all giggly and useless.
We were like, you're not going on the internet today, mate. You don't even think about
that. It was one of them. We live streamed at the time, didn't we? And it was like, you was like, are you all right, mate? And I went, I think I might have taken the wrong meds, Fox. And it was one of them, wasn't it? And it was like, yeah, I have. Ooh. I was proper up in the trees, wasn't I?
you were on a different planet, you were.
It was like, I was like, me being me, apologising every 10 minutes. It's like, really sorry, folks. Yeah. Right, let's see how much of this we want. Have you a bit of that in there?
I'd say all of it. Whatever it is, you probably want all of it.
Oh, yeah, I'm just extending the mud guards. So, fenders, whatever you want to call them. Widening them even. Get your words out, Carl.
Gentlemen, extend your bits.
Yeah. Extend your bits. Yeah, I was just about to do that. You know, well, we was talking about, we was talking about Charlie before we came live, like my granddad, and his spoon-playing exploits, and he did love a busker. So you would always, you know, he'd always be walking along, there'd be a busker or a one-man band. And he'd go, here, do you know blah, blah, blah? And I go, yeah, no worries, Pops. And they would start. Little did they know the spoons would come out. And he'd be doing a turn with a bappy as a hogging slot, you know.
Yeah, they didn't realise there was an ulterior motive to it.
Yeah, my poor old nan used to go, oh, God's sake, I only want to go and get some veg.
For God's sake, Uncle Charlie, it's a funeral.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for hours now. I was going, here, go on, Grandad, give it a bit of beans, mate. And she'd go, don't encourage him. Look at him, the bloody idiot, she'd go. Yeah, but he's happy, man. I'll give him happy.
There for at least 6 hours while you go and do your shopping.
Oh, yeah. She used to always prepare for extra time, as she'd call it, because, yeah, we got to go past, you know, got to go down the yard down. There's bound to be a busker in there, isn't there? She go, bloody typical, she say. Things to do, she says. People coming over, she says, and I've got to worry about him doing a turn. Yeah. Bless him.
I think I wouldn't have liked Uncle Charlie.
Grandad
Charlie.
Yeah, you would have. He was proper old school, dapper English gent, you know, the old Grayson round glasses with the horn rim, you know, the Winston Churchills, yeah, you know. And
pencil moustache,
you know, and double-breasted suit, you know, ring-a-ding-ding and all of that gubbins, and yeah. And he was a bus driver back in the day as well. Then him and me nan in their retirement used to paint the big gas towers, you know, when you go in London, did you see them big round storage silos? And him and me nan used to paint them. And it was like, yeah, it'd be brilliant. It'd be up the ladder. Used to walk down, take him his lunch. Yeah, come on. Nan's up here as well. She'd be there with a clay pipe.
Clay pipe, good God.
Unbelievable pair they were. Characters. Shame you don't see that like anymore, do you?
Nah.
Sad.
No, it's a different age, that different world.
Oh, different generation, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. Right. Apparently these go on somewhere. Well, go on the back, Cole, don't they? That's what mudguards do, you. Look.
Well, they go on the back on the real vehicle, but on your vehicle, it could be anywhere.
Yeah, we've got that to go underneath the axle. Let's cut that off and then I'll have a looky, kids, at the chat. Tonight, says Bill, the show is brought to you by the number 6, the letter P. I know I read it, but I thought I'd start there again. Yep. Bill says, I've got 40 acres, you got 23, but my combine harvester keys don't arrive till November. Yeah. Jeff's belly earlier was fish with chunky chips and coleslaw. Oh, nice.
Chunky chips.
Beverage is my usual weekend tipple bench currently now. Bill says I'm 53, but I knelt down to get something today, got stuck and felt like I was 83. Mate, I was in an MRI for a period today, having my deep spine MRIs done. And I might have let go what we in our family call one of Festa's rip snorters. It was one of them parts that was, it was out there, even in a non-echoey environment, but in a magnetic tube type machine, wow. And then this voice come over, sniggering, are you all right in there, love? I'm like, I am now. You can hear him cackling in the background. It was like, I'm really sorry about that.
The idea that your parps can drown out a noisy MRI.
So I'm a bit nervous. I tried to get away with it, and it's like, yeah.
You've not learnt yet that you can't hide your parps, have you?
But she said, what did you do? I said, I let one go, love. It was a belter. She went, oh, no. Yeah, she done, yeah. Not anything. You're still nervous, love. No, I'm all right now, love. Billy says, PJ, oh, this is nice. King prawn vindaloo with garlic nan.
Swindler.
Oh yeah, cool. Honestly, he's going to look like Jedward tomorrow when he lets one go, and his hair's just going to go. Be like Einstein's big hair, wouldn't it?
I think they'll have to modify the shipping forecast tomorrow. Bloody hell.
Bench empty at the moment. Been creating some YouTube vid segments. Oh, does that mean you're doing a YouTube channel then? Does it, PJ?
YouTube stuff. PJ, that's right. About time.
You know, he says you've been creating some vid segments. That means you've got a channel going. You're doing it. Have you done it yet? Beverage Coca-Cola. JC's in, says evening morning. Colin and Fox all in chat. Festa and Foxx.
Hello.
Jason Martin says, does Fox ever use an airbrush? I know you do with your bikes. I've never seen Fox use one. No, he moved to brush painting many years ago, didn't you, dear?
Yeah. I do occasionally to do a primer coat, and very occasionally I will do it if I need to get a base coat on quickly, like with my Solar Auxilia. I airbrush the base greys on to get some kind of panel shading effect just for speed. But not very often because I'm incredibly lazy and brush painting's just more fun.
Yeah. Bill says none of them were chimney sweeps with bad Cockney accents. God blimey, he's Mary Poppins. I know.
I have to say, Festa, I'm very disappointed that you don't actually say chimney, like the American, like a Dick Van Dyke thing says you should.
No, I used to work with a guy who still, even now, calls them chimneys.
Yeah, or chimblies with a B in there.
You know, but no, it's chimney, isn't it?
Because I grew up watching Disney, who told me that Londoners should say chimney.
No, because I think it is the Dick Van Dyke effect. I think all our mums used to batter us. If you say it properly, you're not going to end up like that. So-and-so in Mary... remember you said something else there, Mary Poppins. Yeah. That was my mum's pet hate, Dick Van Dyke doing these God blimey.
Well, I've said before, I used to despise Dick Van Dyke until I watched Diagnosis Murder, and then I forgave him because I quite enjoyed Diagnosis Murder.
Never seen an episode, mate.
There's a confession. He was actually quite personable and likeable. They were quite amusing.
Is he still with us?
I don't know. Possibly.
Because he's got to be about 111 12, nearly as old as PJ.
Yeah, he's like a billion years old by now.
He is, isn't he? Yeah. But he got to that age, didn't he, where he sort of stopped aging. He got to that sort of grey hair, white moustache stage and stayed like a lab coat technician forever, didn't he?
Or as we like to call it, the Bob Monkhouse age.
Yeah.
Stage. Bob Monkhouse.
Yeah.
Bit like Jean-Michel Jarre, who looks like he's 50. Git.
Really? You haven't mentioned that at all.
I'm just jealous that he's old and looks so young, because I will never look that good that old.
No,
I look that good, and I'm...
Yeah, I look 95 now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can get away with so much. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does have its uses.
I do think that people today look younger than people of that age did, say, 50 years ago. People our age.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid having an uncle in their 50s, and they did look old.
Yeah, like, you know, you look at the TV presenters, and it's like, here's, you know, Frank Boff when he's in his 30s, and it looks like he's in his 50s, in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really?
Apparently he's 93 and he's still going strong. Good for him.
Wow.
Yeah. I've had it before, you know. We went up to Cardiff, and I can remember one geezer, you know, sort of coming over asking whether I was all right. But before he did, he said to his missus, he couldn't have just hold this. I just want to go and check whether that old fella's all right over there. And I'm like, oi, less of the bloody old, if you don't mind.
I do need your help, but can you not insult me by saying I'm old?
Yeah, but it is, you know, it's just how it is, isn't it? It's like, yeah, being referred to as the old fella over there. It's like, really?
Hey, if it gets me a free cup of coffee, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, but it's just like, it is that sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, when you get about or you're on sticks or anything, it does age you.
Yeah.
it is one of those. It's like, you know, when you end up using the pram in public, you know, it's people do come up and talk to you. One, like you're 5, but it does put years on you beyond your years, if that makes sense. And
yeah,
it can be a little bit frustrating because you're trying to be, I wouldn't say young, hip and trendy because that just ain't me. But you do feel a little bit, a little bit older than you.
Especially when in your mind you're like 5.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I want to give the shop assistant a wrist burn. You know the type of burn I mean. I'd go scrumping and yeah.
It's like put me in Tesco's. I want to stand on the back of the trolley and whiz down the aisle, but you know.
Yeah, Jeff Light says according to Wikipedia, he's 98. Oh God.
Yeah.
Big dong. He's had a good innings, hasn't he?
He's older than himself, apparently.
Yeah. So that is going to be...
Did you know?
No.
I was looking on Wikipedia about the cast of... I was looking up new tricks.
Oh, right, yeah.
Can you believe that apart from Dennis Waterman, who died of cancer a few years ago,
yes,
they're all still alive?
Really?
Yeah, like Thingy What's It and the other guy, and not Mark Bolan, but whatever his name is.
James Bolan.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's still working.
Really?
He must be in his 90s.
I thought he died years ago, mate.
No, he's still going. He's on some soap or medical thing or something.
Guy like Lightly Lads, wasn't it? Him and Rodney Bewes, was it? Is that
Rodney Bewes? There's a name.
Is he still alive or is he gone?
No, I think he's long gone. I think he went at a young age of heart attack or something.
Yeah. It's always a shame when they go young like that. Isn't it?
Yeah, no, so he's still going.
Wow. So I was, like I say, you know, matey from Father Ted, he died very young, didn't he? He was only 45, something like that. So that's no age, is it, really?
Yeah.
You know.
No.
It's sad. Richard Beckinsale, do you remember him out of Porridge? He was only 30, 32, 33 when he died, and it was like, my God. Very young age, isn't it? It's awful, really, when you think about it. I was playing pool with a guy. Well, I say pool, it was snooker in the snooker hall, and he had an aneurysm.
All right.
And literally, you know, dropped out in front of us. And, you know, when they come and sort of tried to attend him, you know, they said, well, he was dead before he hit the ground, mate. Yep. And you just can't compute it because I was, 23, so he would have only been about 26. Yeah. You know, and it was one of them. It knocks you for 6, doesn't it? It's like, wow, you know.
Our neighbours across the road, one of their daughters, she was in her 30s, I think. And they were all just sat there at a family get-together, and she was sat on the sofa and just collapsed onto the floor, and she had an aneurysm and just died instantly.
A friend of mine lost his wife during the pandemic. She was a fitness instructor at the local gym, and it got her within 10 days, mate. And... bless her heart, she didn't come through, and that's soul destroying. That's heartbreaking, isn't it? Because young people got the world to live for, and that's sad.
I'll tell you what I find myself thinking occasionally. It's kind of weird. I've often thought, like, you know, you watch documentaries about, say, World War II and stuff like that, or any kind of like major crisis like combat and war, or even disasters and stuff.
Yeah.
And I always think to myself, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't last 5 minutes. I'd be dead. I'd be like the first one down. I'd be rubbish. And yet, for the first time in my life, I underwent a global catastrophe, as in, you know, chocolate velociraptor, and came through scot-free. And I'm like, that doesn't really jive with how I...
Lost an aunt and an uncle through that. The velociraptor, you know, and both were... you know, probably about a month apart, you know, and it was like, wow, you know. But yeah.
Very lucky. It's like, not only did Mum Wolf go into hospital with critical illnesses and not catch it, I also, you know, I had to go and have emergency dental surgery twice.
Yeah.
And somehow also managed to not catch it.
H was very diligent all throughout that, and it's ironic, you know, even today when I was up there, I still masked up, you know, and it's one of them, you know, it's you err on the side of caution still because I think it's the right thing to do. You know, and they're like, no, good for you. You know, you've got your issues, so yeah, you're doing the right thing.
It's just funny how I'm always so pessimistic about my odds of survival, and yet somehow I did.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, you're not the most positive of mules, are you, in that sort of scenario?
No, I'm like, any kind of disaster scenario, I won't last 2 minutes. You know, put me in that situation.
Yeah, you tend to put yourself at the fore of anything like that, and it's going to be, yep, if anyone's going to get it, it's going to be me, and I shall die.
Yeah. And there I am 50 years later. Well, I remember the day when.
Yeah. That goes around there somewhere like that.
I don't know why I painted those ammo boxes green, but I did, so that's that.
Yeah.
That's the end of that. Deal with it.
Apparently that goes in under there. Just a little bit of trimmage.
A little bit of trim.
PJ says, I didn't say the YouTube I'm working on were for me. You didn't say they weren't either. So I'm suitably chastised. I'll please you one day. They were actually for our live show next month. That said, I might work on some vid sex at some point. Why not, eh? Absolutely. Exactly. I think it would be the making of you, to be honest with you.
Yep.
I'd watch it.
Yep.
All right. Have you a bit of that? So apparently that does go up under there. What's that bit there? That's front axle. Yeah, I haven't got one of them because I cut mine off.
Front axle. La, 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 la.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
2 ribs under there. Yeah, pair of ribs.
Yeah, it's always impressive when people start their YouTubes because a lot of people, everybody thinks it's really easy, and it's like, actually, no, it's not. Not easy at all. So when people actually do try it and then they stick with it and they enjoy it, it's like, good for you. I mean, good for you even.
Exactly.
Because, you know, it's not easy.
It is one of them, innit? You know, you either like it or you don't. You know, it's one of them, some aspects of it. Yeah.
Spiddly bomb. Right, we have to do some silver on these shells, I think.
And they can at times try to make it unnecessarily unfair, don't they? YouTube, they like coming out with these newfangled ideas. We've done this to help our creators. No, you haven't. Yeah.
You've done it just to increase your ad revenue. Don't even lie.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. So there are things they do. And you, as a creator, you sit there and you think, really?
Yeah. It's like, we don't mind that you're doing it purely to increase revenue. That's fine. Just be honest and tell us that.
Yeah, just tell us the truth. You know, that's all we're asking.
Ooh. Bill says, first time I went on the London Tube after their virus, someone coughed at the other end of the carriage and I nearly needed a fresh pair of underpants. An iron breaker.
That is the thing, isn't it? You hear someone coughing and spluttering, you immediately think, don't you? You're like, oh my God. I was surprised today when I went to our local hospital how things like the hand sanitizer at the door were gone, that sort of thing. And,
yeah,
you know, the COVID desk that was always there for the checkup, you know, all of that's gone. And I'm like, are they being too complacent now? I don't know, but I still think it's a thing out there.
Yeah, it's still out there. It's a lot more mild nowadays than the current variant. That doesn't mean it's never going to come back as another aggressive variant, but
absolutely, it's become like the common cold almost, doesn't it? But
yeah, but remember, just you know, disclaimer: we are not medical professionals. We don't actually know what we're talking about. So.
Exactly.
Don't take this as medical advice.
Took the words right out of my mouth as I stupidly stopped for a breath.
You don't want to do that.
No.
You don't want to do that.
It's all said to test us, put it that way. You know, a little bit more out of there. A bit more out of there. But yeah.
Ping, ping.
Ping, a ping, a ping, a ping, said Baldrick.
I was just going to say, I was trying to think of a Baldrick reference there, a joke to make.
It was the boom, 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 wasn't it? There was a program
Boom,
H was watching before I came in, and something to do with comedies of the 80s or something, and they had Blackadder on there, and it's just, yeah, it's one of them shows, wasn't it?
I've written a poem. Boom.
Yeah. And the scene at the end of the World War One, yeah, that's unbelievably done right, wasn't it? It was, yeah.
I remember watching like a documentary where they're talking about that scene, and they actually, it's one of those situations where it's like it's a jaw-dropping moment because it's all shown in slow motion as they run towards the camera. But it came about by accident because they had the idea that they'd all just run towards the camera, but they miscalculated. And it was literally, they came out the trench and just like went, da-da-da. Oh, and then it was like, well, they said the shot was really crap because they just took 3 steps and they were at the end of the set. So we're like, what are we going to do? We can't go back and refilm that. So one of them said, why don't we just kind of slow it down really slow?
That's what I was about to say that I'd watched just before. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Exactly that explanation. You saved me having to say it, dear.
So it is amazing how stuff comes out of adversity.
Oh, absolutely. Right, so whilst that's going off, we could do with that going on, couldn't we?
Yeah, it's right going off over there.
So we'll have a bit of that. She's going on top of the gun. So we need a bit of that on there. Review some of them.
Music from Chips in my head.
Wizard Chips?
No, I've got the music from Chips.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh.
It's just in my head for some bizarre
I've got
reason.
this image of you running around as Poncherello now. I can't undo it.
Well, I'm better than Poncherello than John, because at least Poncherello was cool. John was just the white bread.
Oh, my God. He thinks Poncherello was cool. There's no...
Yeah, when you were a kid. When you were a kid, Poncho was the cool one. Nobody cared about John.
Yeah, you still do, don't you? You've still got a Ponch poster you have, haven't you?
Hey, every kid in the 80s grew up watching things like Chips and stuff.
Fess up. There you go.
I'm not denying anything. Ponch was... Everybody wanted to be Ponch. Nobody wanted to be John or James.
Larry Wilcox, wasn't it? Was the actor. Yeah. There's Eric Estrada, wasn't it, who played Ponch?
Yep.
Damn, I remembered their names. That is just so wrong.
Yeah.
One of the first motorbike models I ever built was the Chips bike.
Yep.
My dear old mum got me that. Right, so we got a bit of that going on there.
Super Match Game Bomb.
Don't need them because I haven't put the front mud guards on yet.
I do not need you. Goodbye. Jettison.
Yeah, we need to modify. Let's bung them in there.
I need a couple of coats of this silver because it's a bit watery, a bit thin. I mean, a bit transparent.
Silver? You're not doing gold, dear?
Not on shells. No, brass and silver. What else do I need to play with?
Well, them in.
Tyres. I don't know what I can do. I'm trying to keep the colour count reasonably low on this rather than having 8 billion different colour paints. Because it's good to limit your colours. Creative sometimes.
Bolters on it. Still not sure about them side bits. I'll come back to them.
Gentlemen, be sure about your side bits. For victory.
just grab that off there so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, there you go. Got there in the end. Right. But I'll put my welder. Oh.
Bobbins asks, Festa, are you going to stick a pair of googly eyes onto the vehicle? It would look appropriately silly.
I'll see whether I've got some.
You know he's got some somewhere.
Bound to have some somewhere.
Bound to. This is Festa we're talking about. If anyone's going to have a stash of googly eyes for some random reason.
Will be nice to get it to the primer stage, I must admit.
See, it'll come together.
I always look forward to the primer stage, especially on this sort of thing. There you go, let's move my microphone background. Yeah, especially on this sort of build, because it is difficult to decipher when it's all different plastics.
Yeah.
As soon as you put the primer on it, it just brings it all as one.
Yeah, it just makes sense then. It comes together.
I'm at that itty-bitty stage with it. Like I say, there'll be people that like it, there'll be people that absolutely hate it. I don't care, I'm happy.
It's funny, when you do a kit bash like that, it's the equivalent of the ugly stage of painting. The ugly painting phase, isn't it? Is the ugly unprimed phase. It doesn't quite gel until, because you can see all the separate parts.
I couldn't have said it better myself, my dear. Let's weld down.
This is going to look really garish and pants until I put weathering and shades on it. But
it'll be fine, mate. It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it'll be perfection personified.
Nonsense. No such thing.
And just gently welding along the edge of this plastic.
I like to weld it.
Absolutely, just creates that illusion of welded joiningness.
It does look good when you've done that.
It's just different, in it. Dare I say, it gives it a bit extra strength, because the glue's the glue, but yeah, it does give it a little bit more strength.
Forgotten that handbrakers are quite streaky colour.
Yeah, a little bit of ruggedness that it didn't have before. Days.
A little bit of Scottish ruggedness. Don't know why I did that.
Nor do I, mate. Nor do I, to be quite honest with you.
No. You think rugged, you think Scots?
Yeah. H would be going, he's not all there, is he? Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be a headline news now, would it really?
Right, that's that done.
Fox is mad. And in other news, water is wet.
Exactly. Tell us something we don't already know, folks. I always say I'm not mad. I've got my discharge card to prove it. Okay, a little weld underneath there, Carl. Yeah. And that's on there now. See, I've got a set of bolters or whatever they're called on the side. Happy days! Only got the other side to add one to.
Yeah. Heavy bolters. Nice.
Well,
nice.
It needed something, because I don't know about you, right? But the other side looks a bit namby-pamby, doesn't it? It's like,
yeah,
it needs something under there, doesn't it? So my brain said, add that whole section on there like that. See, just gives it a bit of character.
But do you know what's even more impressive than those bolters you stuck on the side?
What?
The fact that you knew they were bolters.
I mean, yeah, I didn't think of that, did I? I didn't think that through at all, did I?
No. You're learning well, my child.
Oh, thank you, Dad. Oh, I can't. I had no idea then. I can't remember what it was. Tweezers. Tweezers. Right.
Tweezers here.
£3 for £1. Let's grab that one. Let's slather a bit of glue up under there.
Slathering now, so slathering now.
I say slather, but you know what I mean. So yeah, big day of sport this week. As a weekend of sport, we got the F1 and the MotoGP as well this week, folks. Bobbins says, "Oh yeah, that's the bobbly eyes. Well done, that man," says Bill. I see what you did there, Bill.
Yeah. I saw that one.
I saw that. I'm impressed with that.
Yeah.
That's it's at least 1,000 XP, isn't it?
Yeah, he drew a bead on that one.
See what he did there.
That's the only other welding word I know. I might know some other words, but they might be in flux.
That's soldering, dear.
Yeah, I'm spent now. Don't you use flux in weld? I don't know. I don't know anything about welding.
What I used to do is MIG and TIG welding, mate. I started off with oxyacetylene gas welding. Did a bit of arc welding. It's the sticks, but yeah, TIG was my favourite because you could get the big row of dime welds, and I loved that.
Why is it called TIG?
Tungsten inert gas.
Oh.
Okay. And it sounds rather sexy, doesn't it? And the adventurous of wizard. He's a TIG welder.
So what's MIG welding then? Magnesium or?
Oh, God. Again. Oh, what's it?
Manganese?
No, I'm trying to think, mate, and you're not helping. Oh, for God's sake, I've got to look at the twat now. Yeah, can't remember. Whatever. Someone Google it. I can't remember. Carry on. But yeah, it's annoying when I got a MIG welder sat next door, but hey ho. Probably something as simple as metal and out gas, but basically it's a torch that pulls wire through the middle of the torch and has a gas shield. But it gives you more of a slug weld. But there you go. Yeah. What would I know? I can't even remember what MIG stands for, so I stand no chance. There you go. Right, let's put that upside down for a minute. Got to lock them off the Ujimi calling me. Crystal's in. Sorry for my tardiness. Went for a nap. I waited to fun and frivolity. I was enjoying it too much. There you go.
Downside of a nice nap. You have to get out of it.
Absolutely. Metal inert gas, so I was right, Bill. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just I lose my train of thought more often than not nowadays, and it's quite annoying. I'll get to the point I won't even bloody remember my name at this rate. Right, let's lock that in there and do a quick test fit. Okay, that's around about there. We need to lose them inner edges. Get your edges here. For £1.
Edges? We don't need no stinking edges, senor.
What was that?
I can't remember what film that's from. Badges? We don't... Is Blazing... It might be from Blazing Saddles. I can't remember. We don't need no stinking badges, senor. Might be
Blazing Saddles. Quality film.
Mm-hmm.
It's genius, isn't it? So ahead of his time, that guy. Let's put a bit of that in there. Weld that in place in a minute. I just want to clear that curve.
I think we shall have some red.
so that'll work. Make a list of things and then forget to check them. Absolutely, Bill. It drives you nuts, mate, doesn't it? Absolutely drives you nuts. Go on, Bennett. You right there, Dave?
I've got a cleaning brush. Hang on.
I know. Oh, bless him. He likes to be heard.
I was doing it away from the microphone. No.
I know. It's quite sweet.
Let's try. Oops. Let's try.
I don't want that to move at all. He says as it still does. Okay, let's put a bit on that side. Perfect. Like that. Just up a fracker. We can just rub that off of that edge. Smooth that down that side.
Smooth it down.
Perfect. Right. We'll put that over there on its stand for a moment. Try not
Got the
to.
Chips theme in my head. God damn it. Let's do
Big days.
coloured.
Slop them off of there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Some of that in there. Right. Let's have a looky, kins. Get rid of some of these nubs.
Nub be gone.
Nubs.
Oh, hazel nubs. Hey.
Yeah. Blazing Saddle says PJ is 50. Yes, 50 years old this year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It was an iconic film, wasn't it? It's a lot of people go, oh, you know, it's of its time. No, they misunderstand the film.
Yeah, a lot of people misunderstand that film
Yeah.
very greatly.
You know, and it's like, no, that's not what the film was about. It wasn't, wasn't meant to be anything to do with race or anything like that. It's where he holds a gun to his own head. Yeah. Oh, dear.
As the Mayor of Rock Ridge, it's my honour to provide you with this laurel and hearty handshake. It's such a great line. Fantastic script writing.
Well, Brooks at his best, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody rates the producers, but I never like the producers, but I love Blazing Saddles. It's just,
it's just out there,
verbal,
isn't it?
it's just verbal slapstick.
If there's anyone out there that hasn't watched that film, you must watch it. Just sit there with a glass and just sit and watch the film and you'll get it. You'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the best way to get Gen X is that film.
Yeah.
Because, it sums everything up, doesn't it? It's just like,
Oh, yeah.
Pure genius. You know, I know it's a word that gets used a lot these days, but yeah, that's up there. That really is.
Putting toll booth in the middle of the prairie. And they're like, oh, we're going to have to go and get a shed load of dimes.
It's the quicksand. Damn, nearly lost an $80 barrel then. I'd leave the two guys in the quicksand. It's like, yeah. They think they're getting a rope throw to rescue them, but it's like, that's an $80 handcart
Like,
there.
Bart,
Can't
don't do
lose
it.
that.
No, I gotta. Bart, don't do it.
Man, what a film. I could see us two giving the whole film away here, can't you? So yeah,
I've not seen it for very many long years, and I must get back and watch it.
Yeah, we've got it on disc, and
It was one of those films I used to watch as a kid where I knew every word of dialogue and all the lyrics in the song.
Yeah.
I'm trying a new technique, which isn't new, but it's new to me.
Oh, right then.
Which is where I've painted all this blue and I've dry brushed and stuff and got the rust. But what I'm doing now is doing like a thin glaze of red over some of the panels and just blobbing it on, and then I'll do some bigger blobs.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to look like faded paint. I've never done that before.
Oh, there you go, folks. There you go. Yeah. I'm doing nothing as spectacular as that on sanding a piece of plastic, but
that's all right.
All part of the process. Carry on, dear.
It's your way of doing Grandpa Charlie.
Absolutely. Crystal says, didn't realise till the other day that Mel Brooks was one of the creators of the spy comedy TV show Get Smart, and Don Adams, who starred in it, did the voice of Inspector Gadget.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
Don Adams' voice anyway.
Steady as a rock, but I shoot with the other hand wobbling all over the place. It's the one where Gene Wilder is sat on the horse and they all get shot and he just doesn't move. It's just like, yeah, it's brilliant.
It's like, I put my gun away and walked back out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, shot me in the ass.
Ah, what film. Again, comedy genius in it. It's just like,
yeah.
Right, let's do the same on this one. Lower up a bit off the edge of that. Okay. So that's good old clippage. Bring that around all the way across there. Do the same the other side. And then we can add a bit of effect to that when it's painted. But this will get primed and sat on the side and then left until it talks to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will. I can see this getting done when I do my cromlech paint job.
Yep.
I need to dig all that down. Actually, I must start.
I've just got this image of the Warlock sitting on the shelf there going, feed me, Seymour, feed me.
It's the infamous Warlock.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Get over there out of the way for a minute. And then we can start gluing this on even.
I like to glue it.
Still hear that garf now, mate, in that MRI machine. It just keeps... Oh, that poor woman.
She probably made her day.
Oh, she took professionalism to a new level, mate, bless her. Because inside you knew she was in bits.
Oh, yeah.
And her voice just come out, are you all right there, sir? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry about that. You can just hear her and her mate in the background just bawling out. It's like, yeah, I'm a man of a certain age, dear. I'm sorry about that. My initial response was, hark at me. Yeah. It's so funny. I wish it was like, God's sake, really?
Start as you mean to go on is the way forward.
Yeah.
You could
go on, carry on.
No,
Silly me, I stopped a breath. Do you know the funny thing is, I took a handful of Festa postcards up and I may have deposited them around the waiting rooms.
Good lad.
You're so proud, aren't you? Right.
It is the way. It is the only way forward.
It is. It is. Let's see whether it is the right size to make one of them. Oh, it only well is. Right, let's have a bit of you on there. Like so. I'll just slap that on there. Like that. We'll let that go off for a minute. Just like that.
Not like that. Like that.
Yeah, you like that. You're like, what? How's chat
Pile
doing?
this away. Oh.
Jake is in, says, hi guys. Hello, Jake. How are you, buddy?
Jake.
Lovely to see you. I've got to do a thing I don't normally do here. I've got to scroll up just to see if I've missed
Dear
anything.
Lord.
Bobbin says Gene Hackman's about 94. He's always looked 50 from the day he was born. It's like Benjamin Button, that bloke, and he was born, he was 100. And he's like, yeah. Francois is in with a salute. Hello, Francois. How are you, my friend?
Francois.
Lovely to see you. That's Wikipedia stuff. That's everyone saying hello to James, and that's back to the airbrush comment. There you go. So that's the chat done. That was easy, go.
That was up to date then, isn't it?
Yeah, happy days, mate.
Most efficientness.
It was super efficientness, mate.
Yes.
Let's lose that off of there. Like that. Get rid of you. You can go over there until run later on. What have we got going on with this? That's the arch on that side. Need to figure out
The arch.
what I'm going to do with his rump, don't I? Still not 100% sure of them side bits either.
Esther's going to spend a while sitting there thinking about rump.
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
Would that work a bit better? I think that would. But have I got a matching piece for the other side? Yeah, that worked. Right, that was that decided. That was easy. Bit of that. Bit of that. That way round and put a plate on it, or do we just leave them facing down? We leave them on there? Not 100% sure. Right, let's lose them. If in doubt, lose them.
Follow the gut, if in doubt.
Yeah, if in doubt, get rid.
Trust the gut.
Because we can smooth that now, see? Nice and round.
Smooth, round and earthy.
There you go. I've used some of them. A bit more off of there, because it's all got to be weathered up anyway, so I'm not too fussed. Move that stack there for a minute. Lose that. Don't want that. Did that without cutting a chunk out of my finger. I might be impressed with myself.
There's hope for you yet.
There is, mate.
It's all to play for.
Yeah, show ain't ended yet, mate. There's still time.
Look up there. It's the sky.
See what he did there. Bung him for a minute, right. I like them. So they can come off of there. And go back over with the pile of greebles. All right. Let's lose that piece off of there. Greeble. And then that.
It's a good thing with Festa. Anytime you cut something off a kit, it just becomes a greeble for all time.
Yeah, it's going to weld in there and come round there. Somewhere like that.
Nothing gets thrown away.
Oh, good God, no. Round about there. What do you reckon? Cut it, go. Go for a minute. And come down there the way. And we can nibble at that.
Nibble, 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 nibble.
Bit more. Bit more than an hair there, Cole, isn't it? Something like that. There you go. That can then go down in there. A weld underneath on there. Oh, get in, my son. Happy with that.
You having fun there, Spud?
I am, mate. Yeah, I'm happy.
You in your element, as it were.
Yeah, I will be once it's welded on, and
Good.
It's doing its thing. Yeah, so I've now got to duplicate that bit of sprue by cutting another bit off the other side and replicating it. So what number was that? That was C. C. So oh, look at that! It's not far off. Good enough for me. Oh, but that ain't got a bit on it, has it? Oh. Do we need that bit? Or can we do away with it? Yeah, let's do away with it.
I'm really liking this little technique.
I'm doing one of them thinking out loud things again, ain't I?
You are, and we like it.
That's the area I want to go for down there. That's as near as damn it. Mind you, I could actually lose them 2 bits as well, couldn't I? Yeah, it makes no odds, does it? Yeah. So let's lose that off of there. Keep that curve there. We want.
Oh, excuse me, relations.
And we want that there. Like that.
Oof.
And we can cut that off of there. We don't need him.
Let's have a look at chat.
Oh, there you go.
Francois Marion is in. Salutes.
Hello, Francois.
Haunted Railway 1820 brackets. Jake Brackets is in.
Hello, mate. Read that as well.
Jake, as we prefer to call him. PJ says, "Oh, wed woes, how ordinary." What else we got? Festa looked at what he had created, said Bill, and saw it was pucker. And on the 7th day, he rested and watched motorbike go round in circles.
Yeah, pretty much, mate.
Yeah. Crystal Tips says, "I'm slightly concerned at how comfortable Fox is handling that big boomstick. I don't think he was used to something that big in his hands." Hey, that's not big. That's not a knife.
Yeah, that's a knife.
That's not a knife.
That was Paul Hogan, wasn't it? Crocodile Dundee. Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee, yeah.
Now, there's a guy who always looked old. Always had that craggy look, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it's Australian Sun that does that.
Yeah.
Did you ever used to watch, I think it was Channel 4 maybe, or BBC 2, they used to show the Paul Hogan show. The
yes,
Australian.
yeah.
I used to have his little mate. Good day, Hogs.
Yeah.
His mate with his, like, body stocking that looked like a tuxedo.
Yeah.
There's a blast from the past.
God, the Paul Hogan show, yeah.
I don't remember much about it at all. I just remember the guy calling him Hogs.
Well, we had that influx, didn't we, of Aussies? Because you had Clive James, didn't you? You had the guy that did Dame Edna. And is it Les Patterson? Was it the other one? The other
the Australian ambassador.
She had him on. So, yeah, it was quite an influx, wasn't there, back then? Because it was a vogue, wasn't it, to be Australian on telly?
Yep.
Because he used to do the beer adverts as well, didn't he, on the... Yeah.
4X. Well, the thing is, it was like... towards
Foster's,
Brits,
wasn't it?
Oh, no, it was Foster. Was it Foster? Yeah, it was Foster's.
Yeah, it was Foster's.
Yeah, because the 4X were like, wouldn't give a gas on buying 4X for anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because towards the Brits in the 70s and 80s, everything was brown and boring and uncolourful. So anything American or Australian was just like exotic and foreign.
Suave and windswept, mate, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that's why, Festa and I grew up in the 70s and 80s watching lots of Australian, like, I wouldn't say soaps, but like sort of soaps like Young Doctors and stuff and Country Practice.
Yeah. What was that? You said, Skip, there's a man who's fallen 100 feet down the ravine. Really?
Skippy.
He's broke his leg as well, Skip.
Skippy, the Bush Kangaroo.
Yeah. Sullivan's, do you remember that?
Yeah, Sullivan's. I don't remember much about it, but I do remember it.
Used to be on after Crown Court, didn't it? Oh, Crown Court. Oh, what a show. Court. Still hear the theme?
Yeah, I can hear the theme. I've got it on my computer.
Yeah. Why does that not surprise me?
I did have a massive collection of TV theme tunes until the great hard drive failing.
Yeah, I used to have a big old folder full of different themes. Might still have it. I'll have to have a look.
Failure of that hard drive that meant I lost a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get my old Sony Vaio hard drive up and running because, yeah. It's like anything, when you replace the laptop, just pop the drives out, don't you? And you keep them in storage, and then you go to switch them on thinking, there's a lot of stuff on there that I remember and I need just to go through and archive everything, you know? And it's like, yeah, it's not playing. So
yeah, good luck with that.
I'm at the stage where I'm looking at changing boards and stuff just to try and spin it up enough, get the stuff off of it, but we'll see.
I nearly had a heart attack the other day when I went into a folder and there was like a whole mess of stuff missing off my hard drive. The folder was empty. I'm like, oh, it's a brand new hard drive, SSD. Why is it gone? And then I realised I accidentally dragged it into a different folder.
Oh, for God's sake. I was going to say, you ain't had that computer 5 minutes. You can't have broke it already.
No, it turned out I'd somehow like been doing something and I must have like knocked the mouse button or something while I was doing something else. I've dragged it into a whole folder of stuff into a different folder.
Usually.
I was like, oh, thank God for that.
You are a disaster waiting to happen when it comes to tech, isn't you?
I am. I absolutely am.
You really are a nightmare.
I never denied it. You don't want me anywhere near sensitive equipment or electronical stuff. It is not a good idea. Because it is not designed for technologies.
Your poor dad must have had such high hopes of you becoming a cameraman just like he was. Yeah.
No. He used to despair that I had no camera-based knowledge.
I can just imagine. There's no way that there boy came from my loins.
Right, he would be proud that I inherited absolutely 100% of his DIY skills, as in none of them, because I didn't have any.
Yeah.
So I followed his footstep in not being practical in any way, shape or form.
Yeah, you are pretty bad, aren't you?
Yeah.
For a modern man, it's like, yeah, you've got a whole complete DIY ineptness that, yeah.
Well, it's like I see the guy next door going into his nice little brand new garden shed that he's made into a little woodworking shop, which is quite charming apart from I have to listen to Circular Saws all goddamn day.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't have any of those skills
no.
at all. He's like making furniture for his own house, and I'm like, I couldn't even nail two bits of wood together without messing it up.
It's brilliant.
I do, though, have a very strong memory of being about 8 years old. And it was a crisp January morning before I went back to school. Hang on, let me clear my throat.
Yay!
It was crisp January morning before school started. Before the holidays were over. And I went outside, and for some reason, I decided to pick up a small piece of wood,
right,
another small piece of wood, and some nails, and just hammer nails into them for like an hour.
Oh, okay.
No reason. Just sitting there, standing there, just banging nails into a bit of wood. And I remember I've had this vague memory of like waking up in the morning thinking, I'm going to go outside and put nails in wood.
Okay.
I was a simple child. Some say I still am.
You're easily pleased, dear.
Yeah. I don't know why I remember that, but I do.
It's because it's obviously worth remembering, mate.
No. My brain doesn't do that the right way around, though. It remembers all the useless stuff and doesn't remember anything important.
Bill said, didn't seem right this time of a Saturday morning without the hitman and her on the telly box. Oh, God, yeah. Crystal says, I remember the Flying Doctors every week. I used to see some bloke who had been bitten by a snake and needed flying 1,000 miles for the anti-venom. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you remember the beachcombers as well?
I remember it. I don't remember anything about it, but I do remember it.
Yeah, I think it was about the loggers or something, wasn't it? And
Something like that.
And of course the iconic Black Beauty.
I can't do the music.
Yeah.
I'll stop there, but you know.
Yeah.
That's in my head now, you absolute git.
I know. I knew it would be.
I may have to think of the Anidin line just to get the music out of my head.
Yeah,
Do you remember the Anidin line? Oh God, I remember that.
Either that or Triangle.
Oh, thankfully I don't remember the tune of Triangle. God.
What was the other one? Howard's Way?
Yeah, that's all terrible actors. What was the spin-off of EastEnders that was in Spain somewhere?
El Dorado.
El Dorado, that's it. God, that was terrible.
Do you remember Albion Market?
Yep.
Yeah, quality telly, mate. Yeah, El Dorado.
Bad TV. There was a lot of bad TV in those days, and my dad worked on a lot of it. He'd come home and he'd be like, oh dear God, what the hell have I been working on today?
See, I knew it was your fault.
Yeah.
Even though it was your dad that worked on it, it's still your fault.
See, they'd be glad that I didn't follow my dad's footsteps, because there'd be even more rubbish TV nowadays if I had.
God, I could just imagine what TV would be like if you had.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it would be, Finger Bob's Mark II. Yeah, all of them shows, it'd be like,
Finger Bobs with CGI Finger Bobs.
Yeah. Just think of the fun you could have had working on Teletubbies, eh?
No, not Teletubbies. We don't talk about Teletubbies.
Yeah, that was, we say Satan's telly.
I used to work with a woman who's, I think it was a cousin or something, was one of the creators of Teletubbies. And I'll be like, does everybody actually hate her? And she went, yeah, everybody hates her.
Yeah. It's like the guy who did Dylan the Rabbit, wasn't it, off of Magic Roundabout, must have been the biggest stoner you can imagine, mate.
Yeah.
Because he was so out there, wasn't he? It was like, that guy was proper.
Man.
And it was the whole Playaway crew as well. They used to be a right old lot, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, I actually had occasion to watch a whole episode of Crystal Tips Analysis. And we were trying to come up with a name for Crystal this month. So I had to go off and remind myself about Crystal Tips Analysis, and dear God, it was terrible.
I remember a TV cartoon called Mary, Mungo and Midge. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember it.
Nor do I. I can remember the opening where the dog used to go up to the button on the lift and it had the mouse on its nose, didn't it? And he used to press the button. That's about it. But yeah.
Oh, tell you what I found. I had occasion the other, I think last month, we've been talking about Wait Till Your Father Gets Home, so I went and watched a couple of episodes of that.
Right.
And it's kind of aged all right.
Is that Patrick Carhill, was it? Something like that?
No, it was a cartoon series, but it was like an adult.
He was Father Dear Father, wasn't he?
That was Father Dear Father, yeah. This one was like a cartoon for adults in the 70s, like a precursor to The Simpsons.
Oh, right, yeah.
You'd recognise it as soon as you heard the theme. Anyway, I was watching that and I was like, it was talking about, I read on Wikipedia, it's saying one of the first sort of slice of life kind of cartoon series that was designed for, not really designed for kids. I'm like, oh. And it said, and there were others followed, such as, and it mentioned the show called The Barclays, and I'm like, I have vague memory of this.
Yeah.
And I went and watched an episode. Oh God.
Was it? Yeah.
It was basically a rip-off of Wait Till Your Father Gets Home, but the characters were all dogs.
Oh.
Anthropomorphic dogs. And it was where Wait Till Your Father Get Home was charming and amusing and had good characters. It was like a proper sitcom, but it's a cartoon. This was just drivel. The Barclay, it was like, wow, this is not even watchable.
Oh, talking of creepy hairs and animals, do you remember Pipkins with that real creepy looking partly hair thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, how many kids had nightmares over that?
Oh, yeah. The most neurotic, self-obsessed children's TV character ever made.
Yeah, it was out there, wasn't it?
Yeah. You can't watch it as an adult now and not see the dark undertones that were really obvious that we didn't see, but were really obvious when you watch it now.
Yeah, it's one of them, innit?
I used to like Pipkin. Ew. Mr. Pipkin. Ew.
One I always found a little bit creepy, and I'll leave that there, was, what's this chop? Sooty and Sweep.
Yeah, I never liked Sooty and Sweep.
Yeah.
I thought to me, that was a bit of a program for Walter the Softy types, you know, for the effete children. That was like, really? You like Sooty and Sweep? Don't be such a child.
Yeah, I just found it a little bit, I don't know why, but it just, yeah.
I used to mock my friend who liked Sooty and Sweep. I said, can you not just like something cool and not just...
Yes.
I used to watch Blue Peter as well. I used to mock him ceaselessly.
Yeah, I can imagine, mate. They did mock him, mate.
For watching the rubbish middle class TV. I was like, go and watch some proper TV.
I watch Magpie.
Yeah. Oh wow. I didn't expect that.
What's that?
I licked my brush and it had some brass scorpion on it. And that does not taste like an acrylic paint.
So you frightened the bloody life out of me for a minute.
Oh no, that tastes like a Tamiya paint.
Let's give that a bit of gloop on the end of that.
That's unexpected.
Now, if you really want to get a good taste, lick a brush with Agrax Earthshade on it, folks.
Oh yeah. We strongly recommend you all do that now. If you have Agrax Earthshade to hand, go and lick a brush with it on. We strongly recommend it, don't we?
Yeah.
It's one of those like rites of passage experiences.
It's got to be done.
Yep, you've got to do it at least once. Then you can be in the gang then.
What, the groovy gang?
Yep.
Bring that down a tad. There you go. Dry for a minute.
You're painting bullets and the things they're on. The feed
Bobbins
thing.
always said he found Fraggle Rock unsettling for some reason. Yeah, there were a few cartoons, weren't there, and TV shows that were just a little bit creepy.
You know what we used to do? It's looking at Fraggle Rock. Do you remember how the doozers used to make all that stuff out of like crystal sticks and things?
Yeah.
We used to go into the science labs at school and steal all the glass stirring stick and make them into things because we used to watch Fraggle Rock. So we used to go and nick all these glass stirring rods and start making things out of them. The science teachers hated us.
I can imagine.
But we thought it was brilliant because, you know, we were sticking it to the man, maybe.
We would always think stuff was like that was brilliant because we was kids, mate.
Yeah. Everything's brilliant when you're a kid.
Until you see it years later and you go, damn, I'm disappointed. I used to love that show.
Well, we didn't know any better, did we?
Some things age brilliantly, like Tiswas and things like that, because Sally James, isn't it? Swing.
Well, obviously, yeah. Some things,
some things age brilliantly. Deep Space Nine, Kira. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You need to say no more on that one, buddy.
No, I'm going to end up a funny shape otherwise. I've already got a squint.
Yeah, and you'd stand up at some point, so. That was a Beavis and Butthead sniggle, wasn't it?
Steady there.
Sniggle?
Yeah.
That's not a real word. Sniggle.
It is now.
I
only want a tinsy blob on it.
You're a tinsy blob.
I like being a tinsy blob.
Isn't that one of them new grindcore street musicians, Tinsy Blob?
I see what you did then. That sounded really hip and knowledgeable there, Fox.
Yeah, I've got no idea what grindcore street is, even if it is the thing, but it sounds about right.
It now is a thing, mate. Everyone's rushing out to look for the music.
Yeah, have you got any of that grindcore street stuff?
Yeah. How does it go? Heady home.
It goes happy to be here.
Yeah. It goes.
Oh, we could start a new thing. Mixing club singers, spoons, and like grindcore.
Yeah, spoon rap. Yeah.
Spoon rap. Spooncore.
Right, a little bit of that on there.
A little bit of that.
Have you some of that? come round there. Let's just give that a bit of a
It's a lighter tone of red here.
waft over there. Just need that. Sorry I'm off shot, folks. It's just I'm trying to hold something and weld it with my old man eyes.
He likes to weld it. Right, I need a slightly lighter red.
Because he's got Marty Feldman eyes.
She looked across the room at Ree, and I looked across the room at her, and there we sat, cross-eyed.
Absolutely. Right. Crystal says, I came across the rebooted Fraggle Rock on YouTube the other week and they had the Foo Fighters on it, really. Oh, PJ, legend. The High Chaparral.
Oh, I vaguely remember watching that, vaguely.
Yeah, High Chaparral. Do you remember the other one?
Bonanza?
No, yeah, there was Bonanza, that was Long Green. Little House on the Prairie.
I used to actually like Little House on the Prairie. I used to watch it. I used to watch that.
Yeah.
Was that one like Goodnight John Boy, Goodnight this and that?
No, that was the Waltons.
Oh, I used to like the Waltons as well.
Yeah, Little House on the Prairie was the bloke and his rather large family. Michael something, I can't remember the actor's surname.
He had 1980s hair, wasn't he? He was a settler with 1980s hair. I can see his face now.
And yeah.
He was kind of straight off the set of Battlestar.
Charles Ingalls, wasn't it, was his name, the character?
I think so.
Yeah, the Ingalls family, and they just sort of gone off what would nowadays be called going off grid. But yeah. Michael Brandon, was that his surname? I'm trying to think.
That sounds familiar.
Or Landon.
Well, Michael Landon, that is a name. That sounds right.
But he died quite young as well, didn't he, from memory? But yeah.
I can honestly say I never...
Night Mar, Night Par, Night Jim Bob.
Night John Boy. I never saw the Singing Ringing Tree. I can happily say I never saw the Singing Ringing Tree.
Never heard of it.
We seem to get an influx of strange German children's TV like Heidi and the Singing Ringing Tree, apparently.
Yeah.
And there was something about a girl and a dog. I can't remember what it was. Unless I'm confusing that with Belle and Sebastian. Oh, actually, that's a point. I used to watch Belle and Sebastian. I quite like that. I think.
Yeah. Remember Heidi?
Yep, theme tune's in my head.
Yeah, you're not getting rid of that tonight, mate.
No, not
because
at all.
I shall keep reminding you of it on Messenger later, Heidi.
Even if I try and get rid of Heidi, the only thing I can get rid of it is like Black Beauty, and that's just gonna stick just as bad.
Now, here's a controversial one, right? Am I the only person in the world that absolutely hated Heidi High?
I hated Heidi. I couldn't stand it.
Do you know, I feel so much better now.
I couldn't stand any of those kind of sitcoms that were all a bit slapstick. Wasn't that the same guys that did Dad's Army, Perry and what's it? Did Heidi High?
No, it was Paul Shane and Ruth Maddock, when it was the Maplin's holiday, 50s holiday home.
Yeah, and I mean the writers, wasn't it the same writers though?
I don't know, mate. That I don't know, to be honest with you. But
I couldn't stand Heidi High.
I just hated that programme with the utmost.
Yep.
I don't know why. Just didn't like it. Other people would be going, oh, it's brilliant, it's this, it's that. And I go, it's bish.
It was actual bish. It's like the kind of thing that had like 3 or 4 basic jokes and they just kept...
dragged it on, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, it might have been the same people that did Hello Hello that did Heidi High.
Right.
So with Hello Hello, they actually pulled a blinder because it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could go back and watch Hello Hello now, actually. You might be able to. I don't know how it would. I've not...
Yeah, it hasn't aged badly. Not as bad as some of the programmes from there, but I used to like The Policeman. Good morning.
Good morning. I was pissing by.
But yeah, I don't know whether Hair Flick would be a character, he'd be classed as, I suppose, quite misogynistic, wouldn't he? And
no, he'd still be there. He's just playing the SS. He's playing the bad guy, so you get away with that.
Yeah, no, I'll shut up then. I won't give that opinion.
No, that's your opinion. Not wrong with an opinion. Probably get away with it.
Right. We've got one of them, a whop on the other side now. Fox, Perry and Croft, said Hugh Gordon.
Perry and Croft, yeah, they are the guys.
Brilliant. Well done, PJ. I've got a sidekick now. He hated it with a vengeance as well. Good man. Hugh Gordon, AC Jones. Now there's a blast from the past.
Don't know that.
It's the train driver.
Nope, no memory of that.
Yeah, had that jingle case.
I recognise the name.
Yeah, black and white, if I remember rightly, TV show, and it was quite iconic. Remember Champion of Wonder?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Champion. Yeah, I remember that.
And that real hippie program of the 70s. The Life and Times of Grizzly Adams.
Oh, man.
Now, there was a show.
It's one of they're all the shows that, like, you remember, but you don't actually have any memories of, if you know.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember it, I just don't remember anything about it.
It was one of those, wasn't it? Great concepts of the man going off into the wilderness. And basically, it was some big bloke in a field running around with a bear cub, and it was like, yeah. A couple of seasons in, you're like, yes. Yeah,
it's like the Littlest Hobo. I thought the Littlest Hobo was was like a little sort of terrier dog, not a big Alsatian. So I obviously clearly misremember that.
Yeah.
And now I have the Heidi theme in my head. Thank you.
That's all right, mate. I'm glad I could assist.
TWAT.
It's all right, mate. My work is complete because I'm not going to be the one laying there in the morning struggling to get sleep with all these tunes going in my head. You are. I'm not.
I always said it wasn't true what they said about you, but I lied.
That's all right, mate. I don't mind. It's all true, mate. Say what they want. I don't care.
What other colours should I do? Should I do other colours? I don't know.
I don't know, dear. It's your model.
Oh, I better do the other side of that panel. That's a good point.
That's what we always say to everyone else. It's your model. You do with it as you choose.
Sitting here painting this one panel, this kind of off-red colour. Totally forgetting to do the other side.
What you like.
That makes sense.
I had one job, Fox. Come on. What's wrong with you?
I know.
I don't know. I rely on you to be as incompetent as me, mate.
Well, that's pretty incompetent if you rely on me. It just shows how incompetent you are if you rely on me.
Absolutely, mate.
Expect competence with me, with my reputation?
Yeah, at my age. My reputation.
I was completely drunk at the time.
Right. Okay. Oh, yeah.
The Rise and Fall of Reginald Perrin was with the late great Leonard Rossiter class. That was classic comedy.
Yeah.
That was intelligent comedy.
Rising Damp as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely nailed them programs, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
All the Rise of Reginald Perrin, yeah.
Mm.
He had the company called Grot or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, Grot or something.
Yeah, it was like... Yeah.
Authority chair. Yeah, CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time we thought of the mother-in-law, it just cut to a shot of a hippo wading through the water.
That was it, yeah. But them shows get made now.
I think Reggie...
can't see why not, because Reggie Perrin wasn't controversial, was it, in any way?
No, it was a gentle comedy because it was playing on the sitcom tropes of the time, and it was kind of gentle. It was very, very middle class and
I always
delicate.
thought it was a bit of taking the rise out of John Stonehouse. Do you remember him, the MP who feigned his disappearance?
Yeah, I think that was one of the influences that actually brought it to life. I think they mentioned that when they talked about it.
Because it was so of its time, wasn't it?
Mm. Yeah, CJ. Yeah, CJ.
Wow, the John Stonehouse scandal, blimey.
Mm. So you're aging yourself now there. You're dating yourself now there.
I just remember it being all over the news. You know, this... Yeah. But he found in Australia with some bit of fluff.
I think so, something like that. From vague memory.
Yeah.
I actually forgot all about that.
So we got that going on. So there's a bit of gunnage there. Oh, God.
That's so cool.
It's getting a little bit
I love the
mental,
way you
isn't
get
it?
like this massive cannon, but they still stick a muzzle brake on the end of it.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just like...
I need to get you a 1/16 scale Tiger tank and a 1/8 scale model of an invalid car from the 70s and see what you can come up with.
Yeah. That's just something different, isn't it?
Don't ever change.
Absolutely.
Coupling stuff together is what you do best. That's your thing. Don't ever do anything else.
I couldn't do it all the time. Drive me nuts.
Oh yeah, but don't ever stop doing it.
Oh no. I don't mind doing, like I say, the occasional, but I couldn't just do one after another because it'd be like, you know what I'm like, I'll get bored very quickly if I do the same thing more than twice, you know, type of thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
I was recently asked, wait for it, PJ. I was recently asked about the Bluey bus, you know, and it's like, because someone's already offered to buy it off us, and I haven't even built it yet. So.
There we go.
It's
All
like,
is right with the world.
oh yeah, I went there, Paige. Sorry, mate.
Someone with great wit and sagacity offered you money for it.
Right.
Really very wise person.
What have we got?
They did do a reboot of Reggie Perrin with Martin Clunes, but I seem to remember it tanked. Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Really?
Well,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I vaguely remembered it, but I couldn't be sure. But the thing is, when you get something like that, a series where the entire series is built on the back of the specific actor, like some other, much as I hated it, some others do have them, or the Rise and Fall of Reggie Perrin,
Yeah.
or Faulty Towers with John Cleese. You can't remake them because it's 100% about that actor and the way he plays it.
Yeah. Totally get that.
Yeah. There are some things you can remake, you know, but I was quite impressed. I watched the. I know they did a Dad's Army movie which wasn't very good, but they did a comedy drama thing of how Dad's Army was made, and it had all the cast coming together and behind the scenes and stuff.
Oh right,
and
yeah.
It was like a little hour long thing, and it was like various actors playing all the different actors, and they actually cast it really well. So like the guy playing whatever the actor was that played Captain Mannering, I've forgotten his name.
Arthur Lowe.
Arthur Lowe. Whoever it was they cast as him did a really good job, and it was just like Arthur Lowe. It was very good.
I think everything about Dad's Army worked because the characters were such extremes of each other, weren't they? And yet, bring them all together, it just worked.
Yeah.
Tell them your name pipe.
Well, that movie they made a few years ago, that is like... No.
Is that the Liam Neeson one, or was that the A-Team?
No, it was Dad's Army. They did a movie of it, and it wasn't very good.
Yeah, no. I said, was it the Liam Neeson one? Because he also did the A-Team, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Don't worry.
But yeah, it was not very good.
Normally find them sort of ones, aren't they?
No. No. You
Shame.
can't replicate. You can't replicate the magic that the actor brings to it sometimes. If that's the secret ingredient, then you're never gonna.
Bobby says I hated Dad's Army as well. PJ's got an eye twitch, good man.
Good man. It is the correct thing to do.
Yeah, that's the correct twitching to have, PJ, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a bit of that in there, my son. Don't need that on the end. Get you some of that in there. Like so.
Right. Let's do.
And then you'll go on there. Right, let's get rid of that.
White is required.
Absolutely.
Hey.
You're doing no worries. It's not.
White we're going to use.
Wait up on it. It's over there, Carl. Oh, yeah. Captain Twitchy strikes again. Get that off of there.
There it is. I think that's it.
Yeah, I'll get this primed during the week, I think, and then I can sit that on the shelf there and I can let her talk to me. Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm just thinking out loud. Give that gun a bit of a thing in there. Yeah, Dad's Army was one of those. It was Marmite for a lot of people, wasn't it? You either liked it or you didn't. It's, what was the one Windsor Davis did with Don Estelle? You remember that one? Trying to think of the name of it. Was it something Mum? Yeah.
Sorry about that.
But, yeah, I remember that one as well. There you go. So that can have that in there. Don't need that. It ain't half hot, Mum. That was it. Yeah.
Ain't half hot, Mum.
That was the one I was trying to think of. Windsor Davis, wasn't it? And Don Estelle. Oh, and Estelle, I like to sing in town centres. Used to come down here quite a bit, Don Estelle.
Yeah.
Quite a nice voice, to be quite honest with you. The grands loved him. Bit of the old Eddie Hole.
Oh, yeah, it was a granny one. It was a granny.
Oh, wasn't he, eh? But he used to get a good crowd, listening to him, but they'd be flogging his albums and stuff, and it's like...
Lovely voice for such a little fella.
Yeah. For me, he always struck me as quite a tragic man. I don't know what his life story was, but he always looked like a sad fella.
Yeah, like he'd been passed. I don't think he actually did any work at all
life had passed him by. He had done his turn, but he'd had 15 minutes of fame and probably yearned for more.
Yeah.
And it always struck me that he reminisced or was just inwardly not overtly happy because his time had been and gone,
And to add to the tragedy, of course, his time came in a TV series that very quickly became not really rebroadcastable. So
yeah, it became quite controversial, didn't it? Yeah.
To Crystal's point of David Jason playing Corporal Jones, that was all over the internet this last week for some reason.
Yeah.
Apparently, who was it that I think it was? I can't remember who it was. Somebody put a comment up, and somebody from the BBC or from the production team had said it was actually they realised he wasn't old enough.
Yeah.
To play Corporal Jones, and the Will Flunn, who was it? Will Flunn?
No, Will Flunn was the scientist.
Clive Dunn. They realised that Clive Dunn, who was like 20 years older than David Jason, was more to play the old guy.
Yeah, and it worked, didn't it, with Clive Dunn?
Yeah. David Jason just wasn't old enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Twitter was trending saying David Jason fired, and it's like, what? And it's like, oh no, they just realised they'd miscast him, that's all. It's like Voyager. Voyager was like, what they'd film most of the first pilot episode, and they realized, and Genevieve Bujold, who was playing Captain Janeway, just left because she couldn't cope with it. They were like, oh crap.
Well, it's like the original Back to the Future, wasn't it? It had Eric Stoltz in there as Marty McFly.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
PJ says, I binge watched Lost last year. Great series of rubbish. I love Lost when I binge watch. I binge watched it in about 2011.
Yeah, I binge watched it. I was a bit disappointed with it in the end. It was like, almost felt I'd wasted a,
It was the first thing I ever binge watched, Lost. And,
no, you carry on, mate.
I thought you were going to say something.
I was, but I've forgotten already, mate, so it could have been that good.
Yeah, and it grabbed me because each season it had a little twist. It was like, oh, I need to know what happens. Like, oh, there's a mysterious hatch. Oh, and everything little appealed to my interest. Yeah, the last season was terrible though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Had potential, but it just didn't live up to it. I keep meaning to watch Walking Dead, but I never get round to it.
No, it doesn't interest me at all.
Yeah.
Never been into zombie stuff.
Nah, people keep saying, oh, you got to watch it. Get past season 2, it'll be fine. It's like, yeah.
See, you said that get past season 2 bit. That means I've got to watch like 40 episodes before I get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, is it?
That's a bit like Bluey the cartoon, did it? I've got so far, and it's like, yeah.
You'll eventually go back to that, don't
I don't think so.
You got 6 episodes in. That's pretty good. I'm still proud of you.
So we got that, and that. What have we got there? Another one of them. Do we have another one poking out the door, or do we not? Can't have too many guns, can you?
Nope. That'd be down.
God, yeah, need them all. Need all the guns.
Too many guns, my eye.
Just when I was sitting there thinking, I don't want to overdo it. Don't want to get carried away.
Don't want to overdo it. It's a perfectly reasonable phrase, unless Festa says it.
Yeah, I've been down this road before, and I mate.
Get away.
Yeah, where does it get me? You think I'd learn by now, wouldn't I?
Nonsense. Such shenanigans.
This poor little vehicle bears no resemblance to how it came out of the box.
You know what? Yeah, but it loves all the extra attention it's got. Probably well made up, thank you very much.
Thing is, the guns are going to weigh it down at this rate.
I think.
I've got no idea what environment I'm going to put it in. But...
don't know.
I've got a bit of that going on over there. So I've got to do that. I've got to stand
I like
up.
the fact the rear mudguard has that kind of like 1930s Art Deco look to it.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it?
It's got that kind of...
It's got that little bit of character in it.
Yeah, it's a bit like that part work in the E-models have got, that weird looking one.
But got to do my bit. I've got to stand up.
Yes, have a look at chat. I think we'd lost. They mislaid the notes for the original final series and thought, right, what crap can we come up with quickly?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
PJ says, currently rewatching Arrow, another good show with rubbish last seasons. I've never watched Arrow.
Is that the one with Jeremy Renner? Paige?
Don't know.
Here, Paige, you want something? Just have a good look. If you're watching Arrow, just have a look at Jeremy Renner's fingers, mate. And tell me that they're not the strangest fingers you've ever seen on a person. You can't unsee them once you've looked. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't affect his acting ability, but it's just, yeah, it's quite interesting. They've actually got quite a following, these fingers.
Yeah. No idea what they look like since he got chewed up by his off-road vehicle, but
Yeah, he's doing well.
Different now. Yeah. His fingers might look a bit different now.
It was his long bone injuries, wasn't it? Yeah. Done well to recover from that, and he's still on the road to recovery, don't get me wrong, but Could have been a lot worse, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But Bill says, yeah, the last series of Game of Thrones was a crime against TV. Yeah, they really boo-booed that, didn't they?
Yeah,
Got to
that one
clean
just
that
died
up.
to death. Yeah.
Ultimate letdown, that was.
Crystal says at this point it has to be a Mars diorama.
Ooh, that's a good shout. Is that because they were resting and playing? So I did.
Bum tubes.
Why bum tubes, dear?
Because my Avalanche Sunset's turned into that big blob of resin with just water on top of it.
A bit of Lamia medium. Oh, right, not Jeremy Reddy, it was Stephen Amell. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's
is that around the... I don't know, is that around the DC one or something? I don't know.
Yeah. I always thought Jeremy Renner was in it for some reason. Oh, well.
What is he, Hawkeye, in the Marvel
Hawkeye,
stuff?
that was it.
Yeah.
He had a bow and arrow, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Hawkeye.
But yeah, Jeremy Renner's fingers, yeah.
I can't even say it. Jeremy Renner. It's hard to say.
They're up there with Keith Richards' fingers from the Rolling Stones. Now there's a man with chronic arthritic hands in there, but he can still play like a genius.
The thing is, everybody's got weird fingers to me because I can't bend the ends of my fingers, and they're slightly getting a bit of arthritis in them. That's the bit bent. But normally my fingers are straight. So
yeah,
anybody that can bend the end of the fingers to me is weird. My fingers don't go past straight. So when you see like Deadpool and he's doing that thing with his hands on his face and his fingers go like that, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, my wife's like that. Hers are all fused. But I've got a couple of fingers that don't bend now, but it's arthritis, isn't it?
Mm.
We're men of a certain age, dear. Oh, that'll go around it, Saris.
Edward says, all righty then, I'll see you later night.
Catch you later, Edward. There you go, mate. Nice to see you in, mate. Squishy alert.
Squishy, did I?
That's probably why he's going. He's probably got the bottom lip out, mate. That's because he didn't say hello.
If we missed you.
Make a fuss over him. But, yeah.
Sorry, Edward.
Yeah. Bless.
We hadn't noticed.
We love you, really. You know we do.
We do. It's hard to read chat and do your painting and be pretty on telly at the same time.
It's hard to get a word in as well. So I did.
I'd have a problem.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Yeah.
Right, so some yellow.
He loves him, really. Right. Anyone who could look after squishies, well, what can you say?
Oh, yeah. Squishies are good.
Need to go underneath there.
Oh, paint on my hand. Spawned.
Turn that upside down so you can see what you're doing, Carl. Normally helps, doesn't it, you pilch? Right. Come round the way. Okay. Long there, that'll do it. That'll work. Okie dokie. I think Carl was thinking Jeremy Renner because he played the Archer in Hawkeye and Avengers, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, mate. I sometimes wonder what I'm thinking, to be honest.
We try not to wonder what you're thinking sometimes.
It's quite scary, isn't it?
Yep.
There you go, lose that. Don't want that. Same off the other side there. Lose that off of the edge. Okay. What can we do with that? Just slice that right down the middle.
I like to slice it.
Yeah, we'll do that. There you go. Anyone else have the thunderstorms today? We had
you weather, didn't you?
Yeah, we had the big old storms of storminess down here earlier today.
We've had nothing.
Yeah, it's quite epic. It really was. Let's have a swig of drink.
You're epic. That wasn't an insult, was it? Damn. Let's try harder next time.
Oh, there you go.
That better?
Yeah. Yeah, I stood up a couple of minutes ago, Peach, but thanks for the heads up, mate. But yeah, I did make a point of standing up just now, mate.
Yeah, you said you were standing up.
Yeah. Well, go until past, and that'll be me for the night then.
Yep. Yeah, me too.
You up streaming in the morning then?
No, not weekends. Oh.
How does it feel to get your first week back on air out of the way?
The week lasted about 6 months. It was great.
Good.
I'm actually spending more than a handful of hours actually doing something, so it's nice to be knackered at the end of the week. It's nice to actually be doing something. I like the fact that, you know, it wasn't a case of, oh crap, it's Friday already, which is how the week normally goes. Or, oh crap, it's putting the bins out already and I only did it like a day ago. No, it's not. It's like, oh, yeah. I'm actually going to bed tired, which is nice. Sleeping better.
Goody, goody, go.
Ooh. Excuse me.
There you go. Bit like that. You're suitably excused.
Particularly cough nonsense.
No, you're falling apart, dear. You're falling apart.
I'm 82, you know. We won't mention the one where Fox was an hour late.
Dear.
Yeah, so sometimes I start at 11:30 or 12.
Yeah, it's real life as well, isn't it? Don't forget.
Yeah. Best laid plans and all that. Sometimes you have to adjust stuff a little bit.
Well, that's it. I mean, I didn't even know whether I'd be able to do a frolic tonight. I thought, if I go and have a kip,
yep,
we should be all right. I had every intention of doing because I'd already put the show up, see, so it was like, yeah.
But you don't know.
So go with what you can do, wouldn't you?
A million different things can delay things.
Oh, yeah.
Like we said before, enough people think it's easy to do like YouTube stuff. It's like, not really.
Yeah. Again, it depends, doesn't it? You know, especially if you've got stuff you've got to do, you know, yeah.
Yep.
Get that on there. Yeah, I've only got one more lot to do, and then that'll be me till the new year. Then happy days.
Nice.
Which is good. Left alone a bit. Mind that.
Yeah. A little bit of P&Q.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've got my eye screens to get sorted. New bins. Get the eye test done once I've had my eye screening done.
Nice.
Fingers crossed. So I'll get the results of that, and then probably in the new year get some new bins made up, because
But you can't wait for that.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Some new ones at some point.
Yeah, it's needed.
A minute. Yeah. Not very focals, I think, this time.
No, I'm not getting varifocals again. I've had three pairs and every one of them's been a dog.
I mean, maybe one pair for when I'm driving, and then a non-variable pair for when I'm like doing anything else, basically, like looking at a screen or making a model.
Oh yeah.
Because like looking at, like trying to play a game on this monitor and having the whole screen in focus at the same time would be really handy, but it's a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
It's not bad when you're like 3 foot from a 40-inch TV, but when you're like 10 inches from a
We all
monitor,
do the
like...
very focal neck routine where you're twisted and turning, trying to find a bit of glass that you can actually see through. Really?
And head going up and down like a bird of some sort.
Yeah, like a bobbing-head dog. You're like, really?
Yeah. Come on. Give me the goods. Balls.
Right. Need those. Reeds. That's reeds. Bark at me.
You're making little noises there.
I am.
Good lad.
That's that. Don't need that.
It is the way forward.
Blade box, green on this. What we got here? That's dudes, that's stowage. That can go on once it's
Oh dear.
fully out. Then of course I've got to decide what to do with the donor kit. Because that'll be more greebles as well.
Get your greebles here.
I did that. That's on there. Okay. Quick scoop through the destruction so there's anything I missed off. Bill says my mojo's been missing in action for 2 months. It seems to be coming back. Might even get a model on the bench. Yeah, mine goes up and down. It can be quite difficult when you live stream because you can be going through a bit of a mojo waning, but you've got to force yourself because you're doing a live stream, you know, and there are times you do it and your heart's not in a build and you're like, yeah, I really need to move on to something just to get me mojo back because, yeah, it happens to us all.
Yeah, or just time. Sometimes you're like, I'm really not in the mood to sit and do whatever, painting or building, whatever today, but, you know, you kind of have to.
Yeah, you've got to vary it up sometimes, you know. I've got things like the Harlequins I want to finish and that, but if I'm struggling with dexterity, you can't do a paint job like that when you're struggling. So you've got to adjust your builds accordingly.
Yep. Your mileage may vary.
Absolutely, mate. It really is quite difficult sometimes because, like you say, you know you've got to do the build, but
yep. I mean, it's alleviated a bit if you've got a number of different things you can work on because then you can vary things.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah!
But if you're working on one thing and you have to go and do a live stream or something like that, and you're like,
that's why I tend to have more than one thing to do because, it does mean, though, you end up surrounded by part builds, which in itself can drain the mojo because you get a little bit enamoured by it or in awe of it because it's overpowering.
It's terrifying. You get a bit snowblind, don't you, really?
Yeah. You know, I must get round to finishing all of that. So I know I'm not going to burn myself. Hey, otherwise would it?
It would not be you.
Doing it again, I'm cleaning the benches where
Do.
Bill's been so professional with my bench.
Can somebody in chat do me a really big favour while I'm painting? And just look up what colour on Imperial Fists, what colour should the Aquila be? Is it black or white? Because I've got this side panel that I'm painting yellow, as in Imperial Fist, and there's a broken Aquila on it. It's like, I don't know what colour they have their Aquilas. Is it black or is it white? It might be black. I'm not sure.
Might be black. It might be white.
I've just decided what I want to give the effect of, like a few of the panels are different colours from different. Put scrappy bits on, but I don't want to do too much. They're not driving around in a quilt. But I was trying to think, how can I change up the colour of the panels when I've already done like preemptive rust first and then the dry brush paint on top, and it's like I'm just doing this little reverse chipping, and it's quite good fun actually.
Yeah.
Don't know whether it works, but I'm enjoying it.
I am sure whatever it is, it'll work fine, dearest. That's all crud greaves. Put that in the tub of styrene.
I'd like to think that I just made it up, but it's probably an existing technique. I've just learned by osmosis or something.
Claim it as your own, mate. You know you want to.
I call it special chipping. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the Gnu's chipping technique. All right. Don't need that. I'm going to de-sprue all that lot, I think.
De-sprue your bits.
Because that's all greaves.
Bill says, the what on the what now?
Yeah.
Like the Imperial Eagle on like Imperial Fists. In fact, I could just do a quick search on the app.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been something you could have just done yourself, you lazy sod. To be honest with you, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, let's just do a quick search on it. Imperial Fists. Let's get a vehicle up. That'll be the way to see it. Imperial Fists. Think of an Imperial vehicle now that Space Marines would tootle around in. Imperials of Rhino. There you go.
Oh, there you go. The start.
Right, so they have black and yellow. Because I'm not an Imperial, I don't do Imperial Fists. Black and yellow. And the Aquilas are image search. No, I don't want to go there.
It's all about the research.
Okay, rhinos don't tend to have a lot of Aquilas on them. God damn it. I chose the wrong vehicle.
Curses. That's made your day straight away then, isn't it?
Well, that one's got a gold one on it, a bronzy one.
Yeah.
Crappy quality picture.
Dear Mr. Guru, what is the worst vehicle I could possibly choose for the following? Yeah.
They've got silver. Wow, you're going to paint your rhino, just paint it yellow. Just don't bother doing anything else, just paint it yellow.
Yeah, there is that. Paint it gold.
It was just a photograph there of somebody's obviously painted it, but they've just done yellow. That's it. How's that for a cute rhino, dude?
Look at that. Oh, that is cute. Yeah.
Epic scale.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
let's think of a different Space Marine vehicle.
As rhinos go, that is up there, isn't it?
It's, Storm Speeder, that'll do.
Depends on what you want out of it, doesn't it? You know, is this one you're flipping, is it, or what?
Yeah, this one will be, but it's just a bit of, it's just a little character accent. But I'm just gonna think, if I was doing it, I don't have to. I can do it any colour I want, but I might as well stick to. That seems to be like a dark grey. Yeah,
I mean, what's the most frequent one that gets played? You know, if it's going to be one that you're flipping so that people can play it in the game, then it's got to be relevant, isn't it?
Oh no, it's just orcs. I've just got a little bit of the plating. Is like say they've stolen it from an Imperial.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
So I can't do anything, but
do what you like then, yeah.
Yeah.
Artistic license, young fox.
Yeah, neon pink.
That That is so you. Well, we've got a big turny wheel there. That can go on the side. Actually, I've got to make a pipe to come out of it, haven't I? It's a bit like Stevenson's rocket, so that'll be a big old valve of turningness for it.
It's quite funny. I follow a mini painter on Twitter who loves to paint things in bright colours. She's a beautiful artist. Her paintwork is beautiful.
Yeah.
She's an absolutely fantastic artist. Incredible. And she likes doing lots of like bright colours, synthwave type colours, lots of LGBTQI type spectrum colours on all the characters and stuff. And it's quite funny because like all the part of the Warhammer audience that are completely like
just going to interrupt. KRD Klein Race Car Designs in. Good evening, gentlemen. Happy days.
Hello.
I didn't want to not acknowledge him in case he went as well.
Yeah, so all the closed-minded parts of the community just hate it, and it's like just so much fun watching them get all riled up.
So really,
like,
yeah.
It's like that people enjoy what they enjoy.
Exactly. It's, oh, come on, you know. Isn't it surprising how uppity people get over a plastic model?
Yep.
It's mad, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. You'd be surprised. Some of the gatekeeping in Warhammer can actually be really quite aggressive. It's quite... And Games Workshop themselves they just don't approve of it. They just say, goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. There's no need for it.
Let's go for red, I think.
Always fascinates me.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Some people are just sad and pathetic.
Yeah, big picture. Big picture.
I finished V1 of my Bench of Greatness, says Bill, which has been a bit of a boost.
Oh, nice one. Get in there, mate.
And Bill says, Barbie pink, you know you want to.
Yeah, with all the polka dots, glitter, tinsel, you name it.
I don't really want to do red, actually, because I've got red on there already. Let's do... Because
you did the Hello Kitty Liebenrust, didn't you?
That I did. I did indeed that.
Mm.
Can't go wrong with Hello Kitty. It's always the right thing to do. If in your life you ever have a choice between Hello Kitty and not Hello Kitty, you know the right choice to make. If you should be faced with that choice.
Oh, yeah, Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey, absolutely. Choice is Hello Kitty or not Hello Kitty? I say Bluey. Good choice.
Just thought I'd get that in there, just give PJ a twitch again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, drop that coal, why don't you, mate? Good man. But yeah, it's got to be done Barbie pink.
Hmm?
I've still got some of that glitter pink left over from when I did that Hello Kitty chibi build for KA.Models. Yeah.
Don't ever spill glitter.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that lid has got so much tape holding it on, you wouldn't believe it. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when it comes to glitter, I'd rather spill pigments on my bench.
Yeah. Oh, it's nothing worse than you get a nice new cutting mat and then you knock a bottle of pigment over. It's like, damn it.
I've actually had to go and buy new cutting mats a week after I bought a cutting mat just because I spilled pigment. It's like, oh. And it's really annoying when you try and have like a clean mat for filming and then like a rubbish mat for painting, and it doesn't last long before you've got just two rubbish mats.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how many mats have we replaced on our benches over the years? Yeah.
All of them.
You know, it's like, yeah.
Many, many, many.
You sit there and you think, oh, God, another set. Not really. All part of the fun. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
Right. Then they're grebes. Yeah. Like
You say grebes?
Grebes, yeah. Grebes.
I like that. Grebes.
Yeah, go ahead, grebes.
I like that.
So they There's that.
It's a very good word. I like that word.
Yeah, that might be of use for something. Right. In all for the Baneblade box of agreeableness. Days. This is that lot as well. That is all de-sprayed.
Bill says, I thought I had a pimple on the back of my knee earlier until it turned out to be a diamond art diamond.
I said you'd end up getting them all over you.
Oh, God, yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That can only happen to you, mate.
Have you ever had, like, a spot on your knee?
Right.
Or like a little... I remember when I was very much young and stuff, I used to have bad acne when I was, like, in my early 20s.
All right.
And just every now and then, for some reason, I get, like, a little spot or a pimply thing on my knee.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know about it until at some point you had to kneel down.
Oh, then it becomes the most painful thing in the world.
Yeah, it was like being wrapped in a blanket of nails.
Yeah.
It's just like the most painful thing.
Yeah, and of course we take it like a man, don't we? We wince like the most prettiest girl in the world. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all big and quiet, and then we just get a little space by ourselves and go.
Yeah, and you lay there going, oh, my mum.
You know when somebody's been a brave soldier because they walk in and they're completely calm, but they've got like teeth marks in their knuckles.
Yeah. Mum, it hurts when I do this. Don't bloody do it then. Okay.
Thanks, Mum.
Oh, wisdom really helped me there, Mum. Yeah.
Wisdom.
Bless her. I had that when I was a kid. I had the clicky hips as a kid, so I had the A-frame, you know, with the plaster of Paris and the bit of wood between your legs to keep your hips in place whilst they healed. Yep. And yeah, that brilliant 1970s procedure that millions of kids probably had done, that was the worst thing you could ever have done. But hey,
yeah, a bit like when you've got a squint and they give you an eye patch, which apparently turns out now was a really bad thing to do.
It's a bit like being that kid at school that had 2 death aids in a box that was wrapped round a belt round your chest. It's like, yeah, why don't you bully me forever? Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, it was fun. Can you make them go? Yeah, of course I can.
No, but my grandpa Charlie could do.
Oh, yeah. One of them.
Yeah, right. I shall go and get myself some warm water for the brush cleaning.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm just putting greebles away. Apologies, folks, that I'm off shot. It's just I'm doing a bit of it tidying as I go because, yeah.
It's making me think of Lego.
I am.
Little plasticky noises. It's quite relaxing, actually.
But this is at that primer stage now, so it'll disappear, get primed, and then come back at a later date and get painted. I've done what I want to do with adding the bits, but I kind of want to get back to my tiger tank and getting that primed. So I'm going to paint that during the week, prime it, and then that'll come on the bench and start getting a bit of work done, because she sat there in her box and I kind of, yeah, want to get her finished. I say finished, she'll get done to the base colours decal stage and then go with all my other armour in my big box of to be weathered at a later date armour.
Yeah.
Because the channel then, see, for a period of time, I'll be doing a lot of weathering and vignette stuff and doing that whilst I go for a few things. It makes my job as a builder easy for a few months.
Yeah. A lot of cool stuff on your channel, on your bench to do, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. It just gives me a couple of months of easy stuff that I can do without too much of a problem. Oh.
Yeah. That is the one advantage of having like you lots of builds on the go is if you get bored, you just move on to something else.
Oh, it's not a case of being bored. It's just I've got things coming up where I need to take it a bit easy, without going into too much. I need a box of stuff that I can just pull to the bench, do my show, paint, and disappear type of things. Just makes me a bit easier. I've got a big box of Cromlech up there that is still in primer. I've got a Warhammer box there.
I've got all that Station Forge stuff. Well, most of the Station Forge stuff.
Yeah. I've got my Tiger tank just over there, the big Riffield one that I want to get for NATO. Well, I say for NATO, base painted, decaled up, ready for weathering. Because eventually I'll have a big Riffield box and it's going to have all my armour in it.
Oh, yeah.
I should build all my 35th armour to base colours, decals, and zero weathering, and then start the next one, get that to the same level, so that I've got probably 8, 9, 10 tanks in there that I can then do the thing on, you know, so...
Yeah. Have it already lined up.
Oh, yeah, nice little production line, doesn't it? It just makes sense for me.
Yep.
Because, as you know, in here, I'm a bit full at the moment, and...
Oh, yeah.
We don't need to start anything new at the moment. I need to finish a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, so get it more manageable state. We got there. That's a bike. That's park built. Yeah. I might even dig Ringo out and finish Ringo off yet. So I need to get that done because I want to get the last video edited so I can get it all up on the channel. Let people see it. But that's where we've got to with this little thing at the moment. It's at that stage.
So cool.
So once that's had a prime, I'll be able to let her talk to me, see. But simple, it's got a few running boards, bits of bars, bits of this, bits of that. But it needs to be primed now so that I can see anything that needs reworking. I'm happy with it. It's different.
Yeah, what needs to happen is that you need to become super famous, right? So that you have a theme park, and then because I would pay all the money in the world to walk around a theme park that's just full of stuff that you've like it's from your mind.
My mind sometimes does worry me. Yeah. It really does. Tell you what I could start doing. I could start navigating towards Insane Blade and dropping that down, couldn't I? Ooh. Trouble is, they're video builds, them video paint jobs. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Once Insane Blade comes down, you just kind of need to stick with it, then, don't you? You can't really pick at it.
Yeah. I've got my big Jag still there.
Jag.
Got my doof wagon. That's in a box. That's part assembled.
I think I've asked you this before, but gluing 3D printed resin, 3D printed models together, just regular, like as if it's a resin kit, CA glue and stuff.
I normally use a bit of epoxy, to be quite honest with you.
Yep.
Bit of Gorilla epoxy. You can use your clear resin glues, them sort of things. It's super glue will work, but if it's a heavy component like an arm.
Yeah, you want to pin it.
Yeah, you might want to pin it, but also key the joint surfaces as well so that the glue's got something to bite into.
Yeah.
That's what I tend to do on mine. Things like these, they came off the printer as is. This is Telly Savalas, Clint Eastwood, the German.
The German, yeah.
I am the German, looking like a German does. So,
yeah, cool. Do you want to get to them Station Forge things? I'll have to do that.
Absolutely.
Let's have a look. Bill says, Spikercast.
Oh.
Don't know what that means. It also says, NHS glasses, special platform shoes, and the old hearing aid battery purse around the neck. There was one in every school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Crystal says Ivy's been getting a little bullied because she has a mobility scooter to get around. Kids have been making ambulance noises. Pimp it, mate. Do it up for her, mate.
Flames.
Do a little, I don't know, find out her favourite characters and that, and then just paint it up for her, mate. Make it her own. But They'll soon get used to her using it, but kids can be cruel like that, mate. They really can.
You know what we could do? We could send Auntie Winnie round.
Yeah, Winnie will sort them
kids
out.
Right. Yeah, she'd sort them kids out.
Oh, yeah, all day long, mate. She wouldn't stand for it, would she?
No, she wouldn't have any of that nonsense. She'd be like, here. I don't think so.
Isn't it naughty, though?
Yeah, it's kids, isn't it? Kids are always evil.
Yeah, there's no need for it, though.
No.
It's a shame. But no, don't let her rise to it, Paul, on a serious note, because, yeah, it's just cruel. Bless her.
He says she's a tough little cookie, so I'm making sure it doesn't get too much. And Bill says, blades on the wheels, sorted.
Exactly. You know, yeah, just sit with her, find out what she wants. You know, if you could customise it and, make it her own. They'll soon get jealous because they'll all want one then.
Yeah, put like a kick-ass speaker system on it and a big subwoofer so she can get around the music a little bit. All right, party bus.
Come down here, mate. I'll put a booster engine in it.
Get some moss in it.
Yeah, exactly. Proper pimp that ride, you know. But I don't know. Kids cruel, though, aren't they? Yeah. How did you get on tonight, anyway, mate?
Well, I have tried this new technique that I made up in my head that's probably isn't made up at all.
Yeah.
And I've just added some colour to panels like that, just to make it look like it's paint that's weathered away.
Yeah.
Because I've already done all the dry brushing and all that stuff before, and I wasn't sure how to then do more chipping. Like, I can't just paint a panel blue and then add chipping on it because it won't match with the rest of it. So I thought I'll try this. I've got it on those bits there, and I've started on this one here. Done the same on Big Gun on that red panel.
Oh, nice one.
Because I wasn't really sure how to paint. That's the downside of, like, you do all the base colour. It's like, well, how do you do the rest of the panels? Because they need to look the same, really.
Yeah.
So hopefully this might keep that look without having to do lots more chipping. It's like reverse chipping, really.
See, not only do you get chipping, you get reverse chipping.
Yeah, which is gonna pick it. I don't know if that's how you say it.
No.
Gonna pick.
Yeah, I'd quit whilst you're behind there, mate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't want to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
Bill says NHS glasses, special platform shoes, and the old hearing aid battery purse round the neck. That was one in every school. Happy days, yeah. It definitely was. Yeah, the one big boot. Do you remember that? It'd always have someone that had like a leg brace and a big boot on.
Yep.
Was that polio? Was it polio that caused that? Something, wasn't it? But
could have been, because, like, I know polio was kind of gone by the time I was at school, but it might have just been a little bit around in the few years before. Maybe.
Because I can remember back then, the big scandal was the thalidomide, wasn't it? The drug.
Oh, God, yeah.
Medication that caused all the problems for births and that. So, yeah, that was a big thing.
I remember when we were at primary school, they did a thing where in the third and fourth year, they brought it in where every like once or twice a week, we had like PE, which was just running around the hall on jumping on a horse and stuff like that. It wasn't just throwing medicine balls and things. But what they did was they got a load of kids from the local, what in those days was called the special school.
Yeah.
From the local school where, say, kids with Down syndrome and stuff.
Yeah.
And they would come in and they do like gym with us. And it was great because we got to meet all these guys.
Absolutely.
These kids,
and it was good for them as well.
Yeah, we used to love that. It was great.
Some of the most loving kids you would ever want to meet are the ones with Down syndrome. They really are.
Yep.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's a great idea, isn't it? Yeah, it's inclusivity, isn't it, at the end of the day? I mean, I'm a firm believer in, as you learn English or whatever your chosen language is around the world, I think you should learn the sign language that goes with it.
Yeah, I'd love to learn sign language.
Because there's always going to be someone that is completely and utterly deaf that is isolated because no one else knows how to sign to them other than other deaf people.
Yeah, you can't imagine how much joy someone would feel if you know, they're sat there and you start signing to them and they're like, oh, you can do sign language. It's amazing.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've recently changed hearing aids because my prescription had you know, I mean, the woman, when she did my hearing aid, said, bloody hell, Noah was varnishing your arc when you got this one, mate. You know, it got changed and it's all Bluetooth and that. But just that difference in the change in prescription, you know, for me, be able to hear two people talking at once in the lounge is just a godsend. And my missus was like, I can't imagine that. I said, well, stick your fingers in your ear and try and have a conversation with both of us. So give you an idea. And it is, I was, as daft as it sounds, I was missing the sound of Helen's voice because I could no longer pick it up with clarity, you know. And it's surprising how dependent you become on them things. It's great when you want to go to sleep because you just take them out and you can't hear nothing. It's great.
You know, like in an MRI machine, perhaps, for example.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, you know. But other than that, so for me, you know, I would like to learn sign language just in case it gets to that point. But I think it should be taught in schools. It really should, because we all learn the language. And how good would it be to learn the sign language to go with it?
I think they do now. I'm sure one of my nephews or nieces in this country was saying that they were learning sign language at school. So maybe some schools
really, if they do it, then good for them, because it should happen, shouldn't it? You know. But
Crystal says she's already pimped it up with stickers.
Oh, good. Oh, bless her. Yeah. Wow. Tell her to ignore them and treat them with the contempt they deserve, mate. It's their problem, not hers. So,
see, if she was an adult, you'd just install a bar and then everybody would like you.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, big set of Dukes of Hazzard air horns and have her creep up behind the...
Oh, yeah. Or put a cooler box on it so she can be the drink supplier.
Absolutely.
Everybody will like
bless
it.
Her.
Big box of Haribo.
Yeah, she'll be fine, mate. Yeah. Right, I suppose we'd better wrap up for the night and let everyone get on with the rest of their weekend. I'll be back Sunday with Dangerous doing the Sunday at the Bench / gallery show. So get your work in there, folks. We do really, really, really do enjoy seeing everything you've created. That's what that show's all about. So pop over and join us for that. I'll be back Monday on E-Models with some more on my tank. It is my tank week, isn't it, this week?
Yes, it is this week, yeah.
Yeah, and then me and him will be back Wednesday with our Wednesday E-Model show, and then obviously back here on Friday.
Yes.
Are you doing your normal morning schedule? Because Monday you've got real life, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not around on Monday. Then Tuesday I'll be back to the morning shows. And then Friday will be Far Cry 5.
Happy days. There you go, folks. See, so yeah. So big thanks for joining us. Nice to see you back in the chat page, and I mean that as a mate. You know what I mean, mate. So stay with us, mate. Stick with us, and we are your mates. You know that. Edward, apologies, mate, for not acknowledging you immediately, but we were trying to stream and that, and we try our best. So hopefully you come back and join us next time. Till then, folks, take care, everyone. Stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now.
Adios, amigos.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down,